Another Wi-Fi podcast. It's Friday. How you doing?
I'm good. This was the shortest, longest week
Oh yeah,
because we had off 4th of July, but we had to come back. So it was like we had to work off, and then we had to work the rest of the week. But trying to trying to catch up on my sleep.
yeah. It's tough after all the non-fireworks shows, the drones, the
Yeah,
laser
exactly.
shows, like in California, right?
We had a drone show, which was interesting.
Yeah,
I still like to see fireworks, but the drone show was pretty cool.
yeah. I heard they're pretty cool. So yeah, I'm running a 5K today. We're having our town's having their 4th of July festivities. So
Oh,
I'm gonna do that later. I gotta make sure to hydrate.
is
Get
that is
ready
that
for it.
tonight or today?
It's tonight at 7.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah, so
interesting.
it should cool down by then. It's pretty humid out here.
Yeah, it's actually pretty nice here. It's like between 60 and 70 somewhere,
Yeah,
or like mid
that's
70s.
perfect in dry weather.
It's actually not that dry.
Really?
Yeah, it's not that bad. I would say it's almost perfect. But as you know, it's been cold and rainy for the last I feel like it's been the last couple months, and the skies have been gray. We get this overcast and it's been gray. So
Yeah, I mean you're not paying for that kind of weather in California. Come on.
no, man,
um,
I didn't sign up for that.
all right, so today we're going to talk about PDUs. You got them added to the cloud. You got one on your desk, and we're going to take a look at it. Do
Yeah.
you want to talk about it before we dive in?
Yeah, I mean, there's two variations. There's a 6 outlet and the 14 outlet.
Okay.
Um, and we're saying cloud PDUs, but they can be managed in a number of different ways. Cloud is one of those ways. That's what makes it. That's one reason it makes it really, really special is because you have that remote access to control power to like your switches, your gateways, your access points, for example, or surveillance cameras, anything that you need power for. You have this remote ability to be able to see the power consumption, reboot ports, do multiple things. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I mean that it's integrated with the EnGenius Cloud really makes it powerful. We're looking at some of the features, and we'll go through them now. So I'm gonna share your screen, and
Okay.
then we can start talking about it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
all right, so that's
This would be a high level. This would be a
right?
high
Yeah,
level.
that's the
right?
dashboard, right? Now, does it show on the
Yep,
dashboard yet
yep.
as a PDU?
No, not yet.
Not
You mean
yet.
here? Not yet.
Yeah.
You mean here? Yeah, no, not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, no, not yet. Not
And
yet.
it may not even make sense to
it-
show it there
oh.
because it's not really part of the network.
Yeah, but you want to know.
Yeah, but you wanna
that'd be
know-
interesting.
yeah,
That's,
that'd be interesting.
didn't-
That's,
I actually haven't
didn't-
thought that.
I actually
through.
haven't thought that through.
This typically is being used to see all your gateways, all your switches, all your APs, and clients. So it also tells you what's online, right?
what's
So
offline, right?
I guess
If it's not
connected to cloud,
it would show here.
So there is a reason. There is a reason
Yeah.
for it to be there.
Okay. So
And maybe power consumption. If it's high or something.
If it's high or something.
Within
yes,
the
I'm
within
sure
the
spider
chart,
it
the
could show it
spider
in there,
chart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So we'll go to
manage, and then I'll go to
so now
PDUs.
we
And so
are
now
looking
we
at
are
our PDU
looking at
list
our
and what's
PDU list and
within this particular network,
within
we're
this
looking
particular
at
network. We're looking
EnGenius
at
Technologies,
EnGenius Technologies and the
organization
network. So
and the network.
we
So
have a
port
14
count and a
port
6
count
port
and a
count
6 port count
on this
PDU list.
So
PDU list.
if you're using
our customers using cloud,
our
they're
customers
familiar
using
with the
cloud, they're
screen.
familiar
We
with
have
the
AP
screen
list, we have
gateway
gateway list, we have
client
gateway
list,
list, we have
and
client
it
list,
shows everything within
and
the
it shows
network,
everything
right?
within the network.
So
right?
if I tap
So
anywhere
if
on
I
this
tap
line,
anywhere
it's
on
going
this
to
line,
expand
it's
that
going
view.
to expand that view.
And now I can do
some
comparisons between the two PDUs,
what's active, what's not active,
that kind of thing.
that kind of thing.
Currently, right now, this information gets updated 3 to 5 minutes.
3 to 5 minutes.
I don't think anything is.
I don't think anything is.
Actually, I think we are running some stuff here.
We are running some stuff here.
This one.
There's a couple devices on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So on the right there, we're seeing the overall status. You got current watts, amps, and voltage, and the temperature of the device, of the PDU. So that's good actually. So if that PDU is down in your data center, your rack, you can monitor that temperature too to see what the ambient temperature is. That something's not wrong with your HVAC, right?
Right.
So that's nice.
Right.
It's nice having that temperature there. I know the other cloud devices don't really show it. I'm sure they have access to it, but this has sensors to show the temperature in your data center area.
Right, exactly. Yep. Right, exactly.
And that's actually really cool for as far as troubleshooting, because let's say you have a switch or some access points there, and all of a sudden they start rebooting or going down, and you look at the temperature of the PDU is like 100 degrees Celsius or something, then you know that you have a problem there, right?
Right.
All right, so what else do we have here?
So you can. It's almost like VLANs on a switch. VLANs on a switch. The different outlets, right? Get an understanding of what's happening on the particular outlets. So you can do that as well. And then a lot of people. Not a lot of people. Some people miss the three-dot menu. You can pick and choose. So I can add like the action buttons. There's action buttons. So you have a number of different actions. So some might be familiar, but you can dive into this individual outlet and go to details. We do have diagnostic tools running right now.
Diag. We didn't look at that before. Let's see what.
Yeah, so if you go into diags, right now you have because it is connected to an Ethernet port, so you can manage the device from cloud. Do measure CPU memory and power current.
Okay.
All outlets, you can choose your outlet.
Oh, nice.
That's interesting. I haven't even looked at that yet.
That's pretty cool. So you can can graph it using the diag tools.
Yeah, so that's real time. I'm wondering if Eddie's actually running this PDU. Something's on there.
So when you go into the DAG tools on the EnGenius Cloud, that's real time, right? So it's using the resources.
Yep, that's real time. That's real time. So there's running a ping. There's running a ping. We just change these. We just do it. Generic Google, Facebook by default. Go trace route as well. So right now these are the current. These are the current troubleshooting tools that you have. Typically, when we first launch, we'll give basics in regards to the troubleshooting, and then we'll add more. So there may be more. That we add to this. But I'll step out of that. So you have details. You have details. Dive deeper into this PDU, and we'll do that in a minute. We'll do diagnostics. I can do a reboot. Which is interesting.
I wonder if the reboot, I'm sure it doesn't cycle the power on the outlets. It just reboots the CPU on that device.
Yeah, exactly.
They probably maintain state. We'll test that out, but
when it reboots, it does come up in order, or you can select order from what I understand. So everybody needs to understand. I'm not product manager for the PDU line, so I'm the PDU line. You're actually seeing it. I'm seeing some of these things for the first time. So we just thought it would be interesting to take a look at it. Right. Then there's the replace function. The replace function. If there's configurations. If the PDU goes bad, new PDU, with the new PDU, those configs will pour onto the new PDU. So you don't have to go back and go, okay, what did I configure on outlet 2, that kind of thing. So that's what that replace function is. With the PDUs, you can actually download the configuration. Which is that's new. That's new to cloud just in general. It's specific to the device. So that's the device. That's really nice touch. And then you can do SSH connect. Let it fly up here. So you have the ability to do SSH to that particular unit.
That's nice.
Now, what was that? I'm sorry.
That's nice. I mean, I wish we had that ability to go to the access points too. So maybe it's something that they're thinking about doing.
Yeah, so that's typically kind of the flow within our teams is that It could be on a feature list, right? And maybe it's not critical for the access points. Maybe there's another function that's needed prior to that. Whereas with the newer hardware like PDUs, they're able to implement that, right? And there's a team of people that work just PDUs. There's a team of people that just work EPs and so on. So maybe this is something that's needed within the PDU space.
Yeah, and I mean, network admins may like using SSH too, and this just gives them something they're used to. All right, so let's dive down into the details.
I'll dive in deeper. Now we're this particular model, the ECP106, which is a 6 outlet. You kind of get a little picture right here. It does have an LCD, LAN ports, and then the outlets, right? But it gives you the model name. Serial number, with gateway, or with cloud. You're familiar with this. You're familiar with information that we provide. Giving you the gateway, subnet, IP addressing, power frequency, system temperature, and then consumed power, current voltage, ground state.
Yeah, ground state is pretty good because that's telling you that the outlet it's plugged into is working properly.
Right.
A lot of times you don't think about that when you're hooking up the power. You know what I mean? Like you can get a little pocket tester to plug in there, but it's nice that if you plug it in and there's a problem with the ground, you're going to know it.
Yep.
So that's cool.
That's cool. Very curious on. Okay. I didn't show you that yet. So let me go back to the other. I'm going to go to the 14 port. And then as you scroll down, you get more information. You have per port. So Eddie, another PLM has some devices that are plugged into this 14 PDU. So as you just saw, if I click on the different ports, it gives you more information. So I can reset it. I can look at real time. I'm assuming it's real time. So we had something on port 8. So let's go to port 8. Yeah, so there's some activity there. And so I can pull day, week, month. So month it should be. Yeah. That makes sense. So you do have that functionality. If you scroll down, you can actually label. You can reset. Or you can do an edit. The outlet itself. The name.
And they have icons there too. I didn't see that before.
Yep. Yeah. So wireless printer, phone, adapter, and then monitor.
And you have power on delays too. So what is that? Is that when it boots when it boots up?
I think on a reset, maybe it does a delay or something, but I'm not for sure. I couldn't tell you for sure.
There's an option to never power off. That's important. Hover over the question mark. I want to see what that says. Keep anyone from accidentally powering off your router, switch, or access point. This will disable. Oh, nice. That's really important because I'm monitoring all my power here at my house, and I'm using these TP-Link smart switches, and randomly one would just turn off. You know what I mean? Like, because there's no way, there's no setting like this, right? So you don't want that to ever happen. Like, if it gets a bad packet, to turn off that outlet, right?
Right.
So I had to write a little script in Home Assistant to say if that outlet ever powers off, that if you ever notice it powers off, turn it right back on, and that fixed it for me.
Yeah. So cool. So that's per outlet. I think let me go into here real quick. So Eddie's got a switch on here. He actually disabled the delay.
Oh, so you can set it to 0.
Yep.
It can't be empty. Maybe.
Oh, okay. Interesting. And then you can also link it. Which I don't think he has. These particular switches within the cloud.
Right.
So the cloud. If I link it,
Right.
choose the device. That's located within the network. Right. So I won't do that because he's running a fit. He's running a fit
So
switch.
what's the purpose of that beyond to link it?
Well, you explain that. You explain that.
It's so that, okay, so you know that device, that fit switch is plugged into that port number 8. So by linking it, the cloud knows that if that switch goes down, it can cycle the power on that PDU port if you tell it to, right? If you give the authorization to do that.
Right. Yeah. So very. I'm very excited about having this here and being able to do all this on the power side of things.
Yeah, the same thing with the access point. Let's say you had the access point plugged into to a PoE injector and plugged into that outlet, right? And it goes down. You could have the PDU cycle the power on the injector.
Yep. What else? Schedule. Need to wake up.
Come on.
So I can edit. If I want to.
Right.
Ports.
Yeah, we talked about this too. So this is like a great way to save power. If you're a school and no one's going to be there on the weekends, you could shut off your switches, which will in turn shut off your access points, and you'll save. You could save like thousands of dollars over the year, right?
Right. So I could apply. That's scheduled.
I won't say that. So that could definitely save power. One thing I'd like to see is costing in there. So if you could somewhere put in your cost per kilowatt hour.
That's a great feature actually.
Because they're showing consumption, so you should show cost too. So then you could basically look throughout your cloud and be like, anything that's costing me over this, I want to look at. You could do the same thing with kilowatt hours, I guess. It's the same thing, but. Yeah. I guess it's more of in your face if you know how much it's actually costing.
That I will actually put in for maybe a feature request. That'd be cool. Then outlet reboots. All sessions host.
Oh, okay, there we go. So you can select where all host timeout, and then you put in the host that it's going to ping it, right?
Right. Yep.
So that could be a device that's not even on the EnGenius cloud. It's going to ping it. If it times out, it's going to cycle the power in that outlet.
Yep. Yeah. So that. Yeah, so that bring up a really good point. The PDU it doesn't have to be used within the ecosystem. It can be really used anywhere. You can choose to use it in a different environment or another network, and still manage it through the cloud. You'll still have abilities, and like you're saying, if it's a non-EnGenius device, you can just put in the IP address or. You can still do all these. Different types of features.
That's really cool. I'm gonna definitely try out all these features.
Settings.
So like for example, non-EnGenius device, the cable modem that you have, right? So it has an IP address, and if the thing overheats, it's not responding to pings. You could have it cycle the power on the port the cable modem's on, right?
Yep.
So that's an example of what you could use that for.
Yeah. Very cool. And then alerts. You can have alerts on.
So you can set basically consumption on that port from 0 to 4 amps. It's set at right now. So I think it's a 15. How many outlets are on this?
This is a 14.
This is a 14. So obviously you would set it lower than that. I think they have it maxed out because these are 15 amp outlets, so you can't have 4 amps on every port. So you'd set it to I guess whatever you think is going to be safe on that port, so that there'd be no way that basically if you went through and configured those to your devices, there'd be no way that that the circuit breaker would ever trip.
Right.
Because if that outlet goes above whatever amps you configure, then it's going to shut it down, right? Or send you an alert.
Yep.
Does it actually shut off? Go back in there.
From
enabled. So I think it may just send you an alert. I don't think it's going to cut power.
Yeah. So the alerts will show up within here. I haven't looked at it yet. Or through your mobile app, or through email.
Nice.
Yeah.
PDU. Okay.
Yeah, here we go.
Voltage safe ranges. Okay, nice. So yeah, that's nice too. So if you have a fluctuating voltage, it's going to tell you.
Yeah, I love this. Yeah.
Individual outlet out of amp safety range. Oh yeah, that's very cool. So if something starts failing, and it starts pulling more power than usual, you can the PDU will alert you to that before it goes bad.
Right. Yep. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, this is kind of a this vidcast, right?
Yeah,
kind of like unboxing. Because this is the first time. Because this is the first time we're seeing these things.
So, but yeah, I mean, it's kind of a deep dive into the PDU. But there's a lot of interest in these from customers of all types, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, anywhere from just residential, all the way to data centers. You know, so there's a lot of interest.
All right, I unshared your screen, so we're back. Okay. So we should be having these be available to ship pretty soon.
Yes, I want to say end of August, beginning of September, I believe. I could be wrong about that. But yeah, very, very soon.
Nice. All right. Well, if anyone has any questions about the PDUs, let me know. Drop them in the comments below, and we'll try to answer them. And I should have these in stock pretty soon if anyone wants to purchase them. And remember to like and subscribe. We'll be back next week with more